wish that the earth, sea, and sky up above will send me someone to love. Hi, this is Emily, and today I'm going to be talking about how to practice a song in the most efficient way. Whether you're learning a new song or you're working on a song that you have been playing for a while. So today we're using the example of the song that I just played, which is called Lava from one of the Pixar short films. So the main thing that I like to keep in mind when I am practicing a song is that I have to add things in layers and I have to go slow to go fast. In order to get up to tempo and have the strumming pattern and have the chords and everything else in place, you need to start one at a time and layer things in. So the first thing is to make sure you know the chords of the song. When I looked up this song, I saw that the chords were F, C, and a G7. And so I made sure that I could play those chords. I made sure that I looked at them and decided which finger I was going to move first when I was switching between them. So from F to G7 to C. And you always want to make sure you move in the same way each time. Now, what I will do if I have not played that chord a lot before is I will set a metronome and I will practice strumming that chord just to get it in my fingers. And I'll practice taking my fingers off and putting my fingers back on. So for example, I would take the Guitar Tuna app that I have here on my phone, and I would go to Tools and Metronome. You can see here's my metronome. And I would set that. So say it's a chord like G7 that I haven't played before. I would just strum it. Take my fingers off, put my fingers back on. Take my fingers off, put my fingers back on. And you can practice all of your chords like this. Just the skill of taking your fingers off and putting them back on is going to help with your muscle memory and help you memorize those chords. So that's number one, know the chords for your song. Number two is to make yourself a chart. So I really like this chart right here. It's from the New York City Guitar School. And what this chart allows you to do is three things. You can first put on here the different sections and the chords that you're going to be playing. So I had first here my intro and verse, and I wrote out which chords I was going to be playing for that. Then I wrote out the chorus of the song and which chords I was going to be playing on there. I like to use different colors because I find that it really helps me, and it helps my students too. I think that any way you can make it easier for your students or yourself to read the music is the best thing. The other thing I like to put on here is the entire structure of the song. When am I going to be playing the chords that are associated with the verse? When am I going to be playing the chorus of the song? And how many times? So you can see that I wrote that down here on my chart. I wrote how many times I'm going to be playing each of these things. So why I really like this chart is because usually when I look up a song on the internet, say for example, I just go to one of the many websites you can go to, like Ultimate Guitar, and I look up the song. A lot of the times, if you're just using the most basic version, it doesn't have the rhythms that are also associated with it, or actually how many times you're going to be playing that strumming pattern or rhythm. And that's why I like that this chart divides everything into these boxes, which are your measures of music, so that you can really easily see how many times you're going to be playing that chord. All right, so that is number two. So first, we know the chords for the song. Second, we made the chart. And then we're going to play this song just with the chart and not adding the strumming pattern in yet. So I'd set my metronome. And I would start at the beginning. And I would just play once each time I see the chord and the measures. So like this. Idea. So you want to go through your entire song, see if you can follow the song structure, and see if you can play those chords. Now, the next thing is to learn the strumming pattern for the song. So when you're learning the strumming pattern, you can write it out on this chart as well. And I'll just show you a big version of what is on the chart, which is this. So I have written out my strumming pattern, and I have it in 3 different ways. I like that this chart I have will allow you to write it in 3 different ways. So I have, first of all, just the basic rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Some people find it easier to look at the strumming pattern in this way, which is with down and up arrows. So down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or to look at it like this with these symbols for down and up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So any way that you want to write it on your chart where you're practicing, so that you remind yourself of what that strumming pattern is. And you don't have to go look it up every time. You can keep a binder of these charts, and that will allow you to know what the chords are, know where you're going. You can even write in the lyrics under here if you want. Or you can just memorize the lyrics. And so that's learning your strumming pattern. So now I have my chart, I know the chords for my song, and I'm gonna play it with my strumming pattern. So now I have. See it right now, but my foot is tapping, and it's really important to keep that internal beat and keep tapping your foot. I highly suggest, once again, using the metronome. So I'm going to put the metronome back on. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for how to practice effectively and efficiently, and I'll leave you with the phrase, go slow to go fast. Remember that every time you're practicing. If something is too difficult, it's totally okay to strip the strumming pattern away, just play the basic chords. You can even sing while playing the basic chords, and that's totally fine to just play one on a beat before you feel comfortable adding in that strumming pattern. And I hope you have a good one. Happy strumming.